Welcome back everyone to some more F1 2021 My Team Career Mode on the channel. Season 6 is almost at its end. We're heading into round 17, the Suzuka International Racing Course around Japan, or the Japanese Grand Prix. So this is going to be an exciting episode because we are trying to get closer to the Constructors' Championship. We secured the Drivers' Championship in bizarre circumstances last time out, so please be sure to check out the link in the description, link to the playlist of all F1 2021 My Team videos we've done so far to catch up, because it's been an insane episode previously and it's been an insane series so far, so please be sure to check that out. But without further ado, let's head on into the figure of 8 circuit around Japan, and hopefully we can get ever so closer to the Constructors' Championship trophy that we so wanted. Before we continue though, just want to make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure that red subscribe button down below is pressed. Hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as the next episode goes live. We're trying to hit 300 subscribers before the end of the year, or maybe even in January, but I want to push for it before the end of the year. I know you guys can do it. Please be sure to be subscribed down below so you don't miss out on any future episodes and you support the channel with it as well. Thank you guys so much for the support, and let's move on with the Japanese Grand Prix. There isn't much that we need to focus on. We still have the fastest car out there. Mercedes are just behind us, but also last time out we were told of regulation changes coming soon, but I don't think they've been announced yet. I think they might be announced today, so let's keep an eye out for it. But without further ado, let's go into the Japanese Grand Prix weekend. Hopefully we can have a good weekend overall and secure some more points for the championship, the Constructors' Championship. Welcome to qualifying at the Japanese Grand Prix around the Suzuka circuit or racing course. The Japanese Grand Prix is overall a very interesting circuit for us. It has its ups and downs, its benefits and, issues, but overall I think I really enjoyed the practice sessions. The slaloms are always good, the pace is always good, so we just need to find the right braking points, right turning points and whatnot. And I think over the past couple times we've come here, I think I've improved ever so slightly every single time we come here, and I think I'm quite confident enough to see us into the final stages of the qualifying session this time, I hope. Plus there's rain for the whole session, so it's going to be a balance between wet tires and intermediate tires, I think. So we need to time it right to be able to make our laps during the intermediate tire stints. Other than that, I think we have a solid car setup. I'm going to run a dry setup because the race is going to be dry, so the wet qualifying session may be compromised a bit, but I don't think too much. It's a lot easier to drive in wet conditions with a dry setup than it is with a wet setup during the dries, like we tried in a previous Italian Monza Grand Prix video. If you run a wet setup in the dry conditions, it's always slower, so I think I should be okay with pace around here, so we will see. Right now we are gonna head into qualifying. Oh yeah, I also had a near miss with Tsunoda as he exited the pits, so that is one thing I'm worried about, that maybe during the Grand Prix itself some cars might crash into others as they exit the pit lane while they're running, so we'll have to watch out for that, and maybe safety cars will be deployed during the race. But anyway, we need to go out and set a lap time, I think. Let's see what laps everyone do, what kind of laps, what timed laps they do. I think the rain should not get worse, so we should be fine to stick with the inters. So let's see how well we do here. Not the most clinical of laps. Let's see, P20. Yeah, that was expected. Let's try and improve on this. Alright, nearly 5/10 improved. That's P14. Interesting. do have one more fuel, or one more lap's worth of fuel. Alright, after a cooldown lap, that's a second gained. Ooh, fastest sector 3, P10. Interesting. Alright, P10 by the end of the session as well. Antonio Giovinazzi with a 5 position grid penalty. Pierre Gasly was fastest overall of the session, 5 tenths faster than us. Knocked out are Mazepin, Aitken, Latifi, Schwartzman, Zhou, Eilert, and Leclerc in the Ferrari. Interesting. But let's move on. Before we do, let's take a look at the incidents here. Exceeding track limits, yeah. Illegal blocking, grid penalty for Antonio Giovinazzi. Terminal damage from Leclerc. There might have been a collision between Leclerc and Giovinazzi. Interesting. So let's advance, see what happens in the next round. Alright, first lap, P11. We're very close to making it through to the next round. I'll do a cooldown lap. I think I had the fastest sector 3, which is a good sign. Let's see if we can keep pushing here. We just missed out on Q3 with Pierre Gasly in pole position, but we said P11. I wonder if everyone used the wet setup, because then they would be having a horrible time during the race. We'll see. Raikkonen, Hamilton, Schumacher, and Lundgaard get knocked out behind us. So we're moving on, or Pierre Gasly is moving on, but we're going to start from P11 on race day. Let's see what we can do from tactical pole position.
We come to you live today from the Mie Prefecture in the south of Japan's Honshu Island for a race that has seen many title deciders over the years. Some simple, some controversial, but all contributing to a legacy that makes the Japanese Grand Prix an indispensable stop in any Formula One season. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Pierre Gasly alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Perez, Carlos Sainz, and Norris. Giovinazzi, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Tsunoda, Ocon, and the Golden Boy. Raikkonen, Hamilton, Mick Schumacher, and Lundgaard. Leclerc, Stroll, they've taken a grid penalty. Callum Eilert, and Guan Yu Zhou. Schwartzman, Latifi, Aitken, and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Alright, here we go with the Japanese Grand Prix. Let's take a look at our strategy. We have a customized strategy. Yes, we do. Medium to softs. Seems about right. We'll drop our fuel load a tad bit to match our fuel efficiency. I think we can be fuel efficient. Promoted to P10, but also I need to check the settings here. Simulation, okay, yeah, 103 AI difficulty. That cannot change, hopefully. Let's get this party underway then. Here we go with the Japanese Grand Prix. 5 red lights, and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Abrupt start. Ocon didn't get the greatest of starts, but neither did we. Vehicle condition.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Alright. There's a yellow flag somewhere. Virtual safety car.
Safety car has just been deployed due to a buildup of debris on the track. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low, and we risk a penalty.
Okay, early
Slow
doors
your pace
VSC.
immediately. Virtual safety
Alright,
car is
VSC ended.
Maintain your pace until the green
Let's
flag.
get him.
VSC ending.
Let's get Alcon here. Brave. P9 now.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to
Yeah, that's why we had a
investigate
VSC,
right now.
mate.
Just be
Doesn't
careful.
matter.
Someone
Alright, we
waiting
keep
on
pushing.
Giovinazzi. They have an issue with their car.
Giovinazzi. Okay, P7. These slaloms don't do well on my tire wear. Somehow the AI is able to do those without burning out their tires on like top pace, which is insane. Entering overheating territory with the front left already. We need to cool these babies down, please. Contact between Giovinazzi and Tsunoda. Please keep fighting. DRS enabled.
Will be enabled this lap. You can use it when
Oh,
within
please
1 second
crash
of the
out.
car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Oh god, there's a retirement. Oh god. Had to take evasive maneuvers there. Somehow I'm able to keep that position.
Okay, clear.
Let's hunt down Tsunoda now. Yep, Lando Norris is out. I just noticed he had an engine blowout or something. Just take a look at our tire temps. Yep, front left is already in danger territory. 106 degrees. Not what we need to see right now. Oh, front tires are both on 106. Definitely not what we need to see.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Alright, we are approaching pit window. Nothing much has happened. It's been a very bland Grand Prix. You see, this is why I don't like Suzuka. It's just boring. Plus, it's a lot of overheating tires. So I can't really make any moves. Yeah, overall it's gonna be a boring Grand Prix. Tsunoda's in, Gasly's in for the hards, which might be a smart move, considering how much overheating tires problem we have. Oh,
Some
VSC is
information on
out.
Russell.
Russell's
They are
out.
of the race. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
VSC deployed. Okay, interesting. Gasly's behind us. Let's try and push a little bit.
Flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Alright, we're going on another lap then. Oh, why is Gasly back in? He must have some damage. Boxer slap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Alright, we're boxing now. It's a 20-second gap to the cars ahead. Insanity. P9 exit expected. Maybe I should keep going. Let's extend this. It's a risk, but I'm gonna take it because we were told that we could go until lap 13 and pit. So maybe pit here. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Alright. gambling time. The main issue is overheating tires. As long as we avoid that, we should be fine. So the medium should be okay, I think, because they have a more flexible temperature range. 2.2 is okay. This is perfect. Let's see. Do I get released in P8?
Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Just ahead of Gasly. Going long was a good option, I think. Okay, more people in the pits. We're up to P6 now. Wonder if anyone ahead of us is going to pit. I highly doubt it, since they're all on hards. They're probably seeing out the rest of the Grand Prix. Here's a smart thing to do. It would be to let Gasly go, but not here, because I have more pace around this place. Yeah, I just can't find the pace around here. It's a struggle. Real struggle. Alright, sent Gasly through. Inverted cars. Trying to stay within 1 second of Gasly so I can get some DRS. Oh my god, why does my teammate pit again? Absolute shambles. Yeah, this has been a very boring Grand Prix. Japan is always so boring, that's why I'm a little glad Japan got cancelled in the current F1 calendar. I just don't like this track. It's a very stupid track, in my opinion. Like, it's just train after train after train, and the AI has such a boost in the game as well. That has nothing to do with the track, but yeah, overall this track, I just feel like there's no real progress able to be made throughout the Grand Prix. So whatever, I think I'm just gonna finish P6 here. First time off of the podium. Also look at the bottom left minimap, it's just a huge conveyor belt from anyone from P1 to P6. No one is really able to make any moves because they have like 10-second gaps between each other. So seriously, what's the point of this Grand Prix? It's just quali and then races just run in circles. A Sunday drive around Japan. Like seriously. It's just stupid. They need to adjust Japan or just scrap the Grand Prix in total, I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you guys Team Japan or not? Because I don't like this track. It's a bit of a shambles. What's the point of showing this Grand Prix? Final moments of the Grand Prix as we come towards the finish line. We got Leclerc behind us. It's been so boring, let me tell you. So boring. So yeah, I'm sorry. The video is probably going to be super short because there's nothing really to show you. It's just running around in circles. Pretty much all the F1 haters, how they describe F1. It's literally driving circles on a Sunday around Japan. Like, that's the best way to describe this one. There we go, P6.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Well, what a result for Red Bull, 1-2 for them, but it's been overall a very boring Grand Prix. Sainz, I think, was third, Tsunoda fourth, and I think Hamilton fifth, just ahead of us. So yeah, it's been a very boring Grand Prix. A little setback on a journey to getting the constructor standings. Red Bull get 1-2 today, Ferrari in third. The rest of the grid looks as follows: Tsunoda, Hamilton, myself, Leclerc, Gasly, Eilert, and Ocon round out the points finisher. Schwartzman, Lundgaard, Schumacher, Latifi, Raikkonen, Stroll, Aiken, Mazepin, Giovinazzi, and Guan Yu Zhou round out the finishers, with Russell and Norris not finishing the race today. Let's take a look at the standings. We already know I secured the Drivers' World Championship, but here's the constructors. 196 point gap to Red Bull, which has shrunk a tiny bit because Red Bull had done very well today. Mercedes are behind them, 267 point gap to us, so it's a fight between us and Red Bull, I think. I think Mercedes are out. Ferrari and McLaren swap positions just like in real life. The battle between those two teams is quite heated right now. Only a 9-point gap between them. Anyone else really? Maybe Alpine and AlphaTauri could be fighting right now. Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo maybe, and Haas and Williams, of course. But yeah, that's how it looks in the constructors. Bit upsetting at the end of the day. The Japanese Grand Prix is overall just a very boring Grand Prix. I don't know how long the video is right now, so maybe I'll extend the outro a little. I don't know. But yeah, you guys are in for a treat next time because it's going to be US Grand Prix, and I think I am a lot better there, and I think the AI is also a lot better there. There's a lot more overtaking opportunities and also a lot more wheel-to-wheel racing opportunities at the US Grand Prix. They got to do something about the Suzuka International Circuit. I just don't know what they're like. The layout of it makes it hard to overtake, mainly because I think there's a lot of opportunities for DRS trains to here. Also, there's a huge opportunity for people to just drive away and just never be bothered by anyone else. That was the case with the top 6, I believe. There was a huge gap between everyone. 10-second gap between 1 and 2, another like 8-second gap between 2 and 3, and then an 11-second gap somewhere in there as well, and then another 10-12-second gap there, and then there was like a 15-16-second gap between me and Hamilton. So like that just makes for bad racing. Obviously we want some close races, close fights for podiums, close fights down up and down the grid, but everyone has a very healthy gap between everyone else, so there wasn't much you can do if that's the case. It's literally watching cars drive around in circles, as I mentioned in the Grand Prix itself. So yeah, Suzuka really needs a remodeling of some kind. It's a bit of a shame that it only lasted it was like this today. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today. US Grand Prix next time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as the next episode goes live. More F1 2021 My Team content is going on, so please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos. Take care of yourselves, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys at the US Grand Prix in the next episode.